watched a couple of my videos recently, and I always really struggle with this microphone, so hopefully that wasn't too awkward for you guys. But about 5 years ago, I started working at my company, and immediately my boss, Jason, became a mentor to me. He took me under his wing, taught me everything that he knew, and helped me build a reputation as a PowerPoint wizard. And look, I know it's only a flex when you're like an 8th grader, but I'm a consultant, so it's kind of like the same thing. About 2.5 years ago, though, Jason's mom passed away. And then 3 months after that, my mom also passed away. And let me tell you, that was not what I had in mind when I told Jason I wanted to be just like him. I called him 2 hours after my mom died and said that to him, and his jaw hit the floor. In the months following my mom's passing, though, my sister and I decided to watch every single Marvel movie and TV show. And as we're going through, I start to notice this pattern. Iron Man, orphan. Captain America, orphan. Black Widow, orphan. Scarlet Witch, orphan. Spider-Man, orphan. Taken in by aunt and uncle who are then murdered, so double orphan. I'm not gonna include Thor on this list though, because despite Thor missing his mommy being a major plot point and him looking about 35, Thor was actually 1,500 when his parents died. And let me tell you, after 1,500 Passovers of your mom suggesting you get a haircut and telling you you absolutely must cut your fingernails because women don't find that attractive, believe me, you're gonna be okay. In the months following my one night after watching a Marvel movie though, I come upstairs from my basement and I find my grandparents sitting at my kitchen table, staring so intensely that the only thing I could think that they're doing is trying to open a PDF in their email. And my grandma sees me and she goes, "Jake, come sit with us. We're watching Mom's funeral." First of all, what? Second of all, Mom's funeral was 4 days ago. Do you not remember? Last time I told that joke, my grandma comes up to me afterwards and she goes, "Why would you make up such a terrible story about me?" I'm not making this up. But she's actually here tonight. If we could give her a round of applause. Very lucky to have two amazing grandparents. Thank you. Yeah, they actually weren't going to come tonight. But then they decided that they would rather come see me do stand-up than watch my mom's funeral again. I am starting to get frustrated with the grief process though, because if Marvel taught me anything, it's that when you lose a parent young, you also get superpowers, right? And so I listened to this podcast called Grief is My Superpower, but all it taught me was how to work on myself and grow, and that's not really what I was looking for. I was actually looking for the get bit by a radioactive spider and date Zendaya, right? Alternatively, would love to get injected with super serum and become a 6-foot Nazi punching god. We actually need that in 2023, unfortunately. What we don't need in 2023 is me learning how to stop the process of passing down generational trauma. Because no one did that for me. Seriously, both of my grandfathers also lost a parent before turning 25, so I like to consider myself like a trauma nipple baby. But instead of being a Nepo baby who wins Tonys for their breakout performance in Dear Evan Hansen, all I got was attachment issues, my mom's Cartier watch, and a 14-year-old Labradoodle with severe separation anxiety. Seriously, he's cute, but shit gets real weird when my friends come over. What's interesting about losing a parent young, though, is that people always seem to ask me if my parents were still together when my mom passed. And I think it's because they want to know if they need to ask how my dad's doing or if he got to stop making alimony payments. He just got to stop paying for Bloomingdale's bills, so that's fine. They were happily together for about 35 years, inseparable practically, and so much so that when people always say, "Jake, how is your dad doing?" I always say the same thing, which is a little piece of him died that day. I know, it's like a big cliche, but what I haven't yet told you is that my dad donated a kidney to my mom 10 years ago. so it's kind of just the truth. He is doing much better though now. He has a girlfriend. We like her a lot. She fit all three of my criteria. Jewish, like me. From Long Island, like me. A widow, like my dad. And I know you're probably like, what, why would you want your dad to date a widow? We're all so twisted. Like we're one big, happy, fucked up Brady bunch. It's amazing. A couple weeks ago, we were all playing Cards Against Humanity. Somebody played the card Dead Parent, and we just immediately had to stop because there was nothing better that you could play. But when they started dating, my dad was telling me about her, and he goes, Jake, she's amazing, she's an incredibly strong woman. She actually had a bone marrow transplant a couple years ago. And I was like, Dad, what the fuck? And he goes, excuse me? I go, look, most kids in my position would be worried about their dad dating a gold digger. You're the moron who has somehow fallen for a second woman who's after you for your organs. Stay safe. You guys have been great. Thank you so much.
All right, let's keep this show moving.